What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Quicksand tapping in for episode 6 of Mindset Monday. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the law of giving. And the law of giving comes from the 7 spiritual laws to success by Deepak Chopra. Doesn't look like it's focusing in, but the link will be in the description. This is a great book. And the law of giving is the more you give, the more you receive, right? Which is something we learn early on in life in like grade school. And it's something that continues to go forward in your adult life and teenagers and all that, right? So I want to read a few of the passages here, a few of the things that really stood out to me. So right here, I'll start it off here. And every seed is the promise of thousands of forests, but the seed must not be hoarded and must give its intelligence to the fertile ground. And through its giving, its unseen energy flows into material manifestation, which ends up in a beautiful forest with nice large trees, green, and just really healthy, right? But that all started from just like the thought of putting the seed inside the soil and letting it do its thing. Okay, so the soil and the tree worked together to give, and then it gave really beautiful trees. So the more you give, the more you receive, right? Because as you give, you have that power of the universe just circling around in your life and in your spirit, and you're able to give more to people who actually need it, right? And so we keep reading here. This part's really important. It says, if through the act of giving you feel that you have lost something, then the gift is not truly given and will not cause increase. If you grudgingly give, there is no energy behind that giving. So if I were to give you a basketball, and then I see you playing with the ball, you're having a blast, and then I'm like, man, like, I actually want that ball back. I shouldn't have gave it to him. Then it wasn't really a gift on my part because I want it back, and I'm grudgingly, like, I'm having some doubts of actually giving it to you. And then there's no positive energy behind that. It's all negative, and it's just like you're gonna receive negative in return. But if I just gave you the ball, and I just forgot all about it, and then a year later I see that you have it still, I'm like, yo, what, you still have that ball that I gave you, man? That's sick. Like, that stuff goes a long way because I gave without really expecting anything in return. I'm just, eventually down the line, I know the universe is going to come back and give me the positive energy right back. So that's something to think about, right? It's all about the intention behind the giving and receiving. You have to create the happiness for the giver and receiver, because happiness is life supporting and life sustaining, and therefore generates increase. A few examples, right? So if you're looking for more joy in your life, you have to give joy. If you're looking for more love, you have to be willing to give love to people. And another one is attention and appreciation. If that's what you're looking for, give attention and appreciation, because the easiest way to get what you want is to help others get what they want. And in relation to this too, so Deepak Chopra, last week on episode 5, I talked about Russ, and I talked about him and his mom, and how his mom gives him quotes and gems to kind of just marinate in his mind so that way he can use. He has a quote from his mom in a song called Live from the Villa, and the quote goes as follows. He says that his mom said to give without remembering and receive without forgetting. So as the basketball explanation I gave earlier, it's like I'm giving the ball, and then a year later I see you and you're like, hey bro, like I still have that ball, and I ended up giving it away to another kid who needed it more than me, right? In my head, if I hear that story, I'm like, yo, that's super like cool that I was the one that kickstarted all of that. And my energy is flowing to different people one at a time. I'm impacting them, and that's powerful. I gave it, I didn't even remember I gave it, and then now it's making an impact. That's great. The second half of that, so give without remembering and receive without forgetting. So if you receive something, just like the person you gave the basketball to, they're never going to forget, and they're going to come back to you and be like, yo, I still have that ball. And the stories change per person, but this is great. Give without remembering, receive without forgetting. The more you give, the more you receive. The universe is watching. It knows the energy flows. Okay, damn bars. All right, well, that's all I got today. Check out this book. It will be in the description. It's a great read, and I want to bring more quotes from this book, because there's a lot to learn from, a lot to give you guys. And give this video a like. a comment, and subscribe. Share with a friend that you know can benefit from this, and drop all the suggestions that you want me to break down going further. Tap out.